Okay, so I've come as close to this vessel as I possibly could, and I have ascertained that it is, or concluded at least, that it's a small American freighter. So yeah, we're not touching it. Of course, I mean it's one of ours. Anyway, it's pretty clear this, and well, we're gonna continue on. If anything new happens, I'll be right back with you. And I'm back with the latest news. Let's see. All craft be advised, Japanese invasion of Borneo imminent. Request assistance and aid from patrol craft in the area. We are not in the area. Okay, so it's night again, and we left the other vessel somewhere here. And yeah, it was harmless. Of course, it was harmless, let's say. And as you can see, we're almost at Midway, and that puts us very close to Japan. In relative terms, at least. Yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can see Hiroshima Harbor for what it is. I'm really wondering how easy it's going to be getting in there, and particularly getting out of there again. I think I'm gonna head in the south side here. That's a very you've got a lot of deep water there, so we can hide in case we are discovered. Going around the other side, along side Tokushima and the Osaka side, basically, is probably is dangerous. So we're not gonna go that. We're gonna avoid Honshu as much as possible and go around Kyushu and Shikoku as much as possible to the Imatsu region near Hiroshima. Take some pictures. Now, as you recall perhaps from my previous videos, yeah, it's not that hard to sneak into a harbor as long as there is no large amount of warships present. So that's what we're hoping for here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead,
And
yes, sir.
yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I'm filled with gas before I do. My gas up to full. Anyway, I'll report back once we get to Midway or something else happens. Okay, so I've come up to Midway and I've just noticed something, and that is my fuel gauge isn't dropping. So I'm gonna check if there's some sort of game setting that is wrong, because there might be. And I like a little bit more challenge, having limited fuel, because right now we could just sort of sail around the world, which is ridiculous. So I'm gonna check that, and after that I'm, sort of, well, it's not gonna be very useful in docking here, clearly. Right, I'm going to check that right now. Okay, so I've discovered what our problem is. And it has everything to do with the game settings, which apparently reset. And well, I'm just gonna check if they work now. If they don't, we're gonna have to live with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go to periscope depth for a moment.
Okay, 1/3. Yes, sir.
That's right, periscope depth. Because what I want to do is I want to check if our battery is drained over time now, and if we sort of submerge, and yeah, so this bar here should start doing something, hopefully. Yes, it is. Excellent. That means
4, 0.
that means it's now at 99 out of 100, so it's now dropping, because right now I turned off the limited battery and limited fuel. I turned them on, actually. I turned on limited fuel and limited battery. There we go. Just a battery check, gentlemen. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we don't need to refuel, not for those. What is it? 12 nautical miles. Yeah, basically we don't have to do anything with this. Well, Midway anyway. There we go. So, let's plan out our next part of the journey, which is gonna be a bit of a challenge of its own. Getting into this bay unseen. Okay, well, let's just get around Midway first. Let's start with that. And, yeah, let's do it like this. Somewhat like this. There we go. That's what we're going to do first. And there's an island between here and Japan that we don't want to bump into. Hopefully, we'll make the long stretch to the other side. Let's see. Let's just zoom out. There we go. Yeah, just right there. That's where I want to go. Alright, so no more islands along the way. No. Alright. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be the hard part. I expect a lot of traffic here somehow. And I have no idea how to take the photographs that are asked of me. But we're going to try anyway. And this is all shallow waters by the looks of things. So we're going to sort of leapfrog to the more deeper bits. And just sort of try and maneuver ourselves through somehow. I don't know. We're going to have to improvise when we get there. Yeah, we need to go into the harbor there. I guess we'd have to stay submerged for large parts of the journey there, just to get a good proper view of things. And there seems to be a rather large hole here in Hiroshima harbor, and the atomic bombs haven't fallen yet, so that's a bit strange to me. Okay, so it's 3,570 nautical miles for us to sail. Now, fuel efficient wise, if I remained at 1/3 ahead, we would take a long time. I mean, if you know that it's 13 hours for 81 nautical miles, and we have 3,500 to go. Yeah, we've got like weeks ahead of sailing. That's a trade-off, because basically, if we were to go on standard speed or 2/3 ahead, we would burn so much fuel that getting over here, would not guarantee us a safe trip home. We'd have to somehow refuel somewhere before returning to base, which would probably not be a problem. We could go to Manila, but Manila is only going to be here for so long. That harbor is going to go. So yeah, we're going to have to figure out what would be best. Dutch harbor is too far away. Okay, and perhaps I can sort of compromise by heading at a certain speed by day and a certain speed by night. I think 1/3 ahead at night is just going to have to do for now. And we've got, oh wow, a warship moving away. Contact, apparently. Yeah, that's a warship in Midway Harbor, guys. We don't need to go anywhere near it. They're friends, not food. Alright, so okay. Let's see how this turns out. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. It's gonna be risky. I think we're gonna take at least half our fuel just getting there. And that's basically the thing I'm they're spotting all the ships in the harbor. That's basically what I'm worried about here. I mean, we could sail this. I mean, that's not the problem. We could easily sail to Japan and take those nice pictures. But the big question is, oh, okay, it's daytime, so I can go to standard because it's lagging a bit. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the big problem is how much fuel will we consume getting to Japan? I mean, it's a long trip, man. 3,000 nautical miles. That's almost like, what, 5,000 kilometers? 1/8 around the Earth. I mean, 8 times that amount. You're around the globe. I don't know if the diesel fuel will be enough for that. How much diesel fuel? Okay, so it's still 100 out of 100. I guess that we'll have to see how much we consume. Let's see what we consume heading through one sector. Right now it's at 100 out of 100. And it's still there, 100 out of 100. So it's a fraction, I guess. It's using a fraction of that fuel, even though we are going at the speed that we're going. You would expect it to drop, apparently. Oh wait, we have to look over here, of course. Fuel levels. And you would expect, with limited fuel, this thing to drop at a certain point. Unless that's bugged. Friendly task force, long range, course north. Yeah, I'm not too worried about them. Okay, so maybe we should go to the command deck. Maybe this thing is faulty. Maybe we have a serious issue with our fuel. Can we walk around here? Is that? No, we can't. Unless I activate the free camera. Stop giving me that look. Yeah, stop eyeing me. Look at your map. Just do your job, darn it. Don't look at me like you're gonna kill me. You do not want to kill me. Or look submissive, kind of. Okay, so I don't know if I can walk around freely. I hope so. Can we? Let's just try. No, that's not it. Okay, I'm just gonna check if I can find the free camera mode in vanilla. One moment. And welcome back. Okay, so I can't find the actual free camera in vanilla, except for the external one, which is just fine. Okay, so our fuel gauge is probably way off, but we'll know. And I just hope we won't run out of fuel crossing the ocean here. I'm just gonna compress time. As it is day, we want to make as much headway as we possibly can. I'll show you a nice view of the outside for a moment. Yes, wonderful, just wonderful. These flat seas are going to be the death of me. I mean, imagine meeting an enemy task force now. That would really mess things up. I like the way how my crew is modeled individually. Look at that. I mean, if only I could walk around here, man. There's probably a way to do that. I have no clue. But yeah, we'll get into that eventually. And once we find out how it works, we're gonna use it. Okay, so here we go. Yep, for some more sailing around. This is still 100 out of 100, which makes no sense at all whatsoever. Unless we have really huge fuel tanks. Yeah, that's probably it. I would not like to have really huge fuel tanks on this thing, by the way. That would really make me worried. Alright, so it's nighttime, so we're going to conserve fuel again. Not that we need to, but well. We are not spilling a drop of fuel. The reason why I'm slowing down at night is twofold. It's not just if we were to consume fuel. It's not just to save fuel, but it's also to make sure that we have as little noise as possible. I mean, during the daytime, if we meet enemies, they are very likely to spot us anyway. But at night, well, you can imagine, it's useful to be unspotted and unheard. So there we go. Okay. Yeah, for some reason the limited fuel thing didn't initialize. I wonder if my limited batteries still work. Hope so.
Yes,
Just
sir.
gonna go for periscope death for a moment. Check what happens. Just yeah, these guys need to sort of practice that anyway. There we are. Is our limited battery working? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Okay, I'm just gonna go to 50% battery. See how it treats us. Some time compression. Yeah, ironically, I do believe the electric engines are coupled to the diesel engines, so you would consume diesel no matter what. Perhaps that's the joke here. Yeah, I'm gonna once I finish filming this, I'm gonna check the game file, see if I can edit anything, because I do want limited fuel. Even though at this range, it is rather comfortable that we don't have to worry about it. Unless it's a game bug not showing the fuel levels right, in which case we are duly screwed. That would be bad, in the sense that we would run out of fuel without knowing it. Fox traffic received. Okay, let's see what they tell us. Japanese troops have landed in Borneo on December 16th. Oh dear, my dear countrymen. I am Dutch, as you may know. Yeah, this shit has really hit the fan now. Should never have colonized that island. But then that's retrospect. Back then it was considered normal having that kind of thing, colonies. Maybe because I changed things mid-mission, the fuel thing is not working correctly, and maybe it's just a game bug that they never fixed. That's possible. Yeah, that's very possible even. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I've actually never managed to run out of fuel in Silent Hunter so far, so it doesn't really add a challenge for me. I've run out of battery though, a couple of times. A couple of really bad times. And I had only like 5% left to surface my boat, and then got shot to 6 ways from Sunday. Alright, so I'm gonna cut the recording for a bit until something interesting happens, and I assure you, the closer we get to Japan, the larger the chance that will actually occur. See you in a bit.